Can do, can't do.
This is actually a banging tune, you know.
10-10.
Hello everyone, we're back again. Me and Mason back for another stream. Obviously, late one today, possibly, but yeah. Obviously, we got Oxford United vs Arsenal. So this is the preview stream. So we will get into. I need to anchor the banner. But obviously we will get into who will be playing and stuff like that, what the score will be. So obviously we'll have a look and see what happens. But we will get into. We've got Mason here as well. Forgot to add. So.
Of course, hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
We've had a little break due to my New Year's Eve gone a little bit crazy in that. I'm cured. My hangover's okay. I'm back.
Good. Yeah, obviously we didn't. I announced on the Instagram that we wouldn't be doing these streams till today, so we just planned this one earlier and managed to get
we
this
have
one
got
sorted.
a big thing coming, which we have mentioned on the Instagram, but I'll wait until the end of the show to confirm.
Promote it. Yeah, that's calm. So obviously Oxford United FA Cup. How do you think we'll get on in the FA Cup this season?
I want to win it. If you're like me, you love the FA Cup. Arsenal fans just have that passion with it. I was listening to a podcast of David Seaman and Tony Adams, and Tony was saying that he absolutely loves it and wanted to win it every year. So do I. I want to win it. I'm in it to win it, and I don't want to get knocked out again like we did last season. And had that absolute mare, bro. Last one, and we were defending it. So let's hope now that we're not. Obviously, again, let's go again. You know what I mean? Let's hope that we can get the victory. Oxford, we should win. We will win. I believe anyway that we will, but it's going to be tougher than what some people will think, you know, but we should get through that.
Yeah, of course, man. Like, obviously, as you said, like, we don't want to have a defeat against a lower tier side than we did last season. Obviously, Nottingham Forest. That's when they was in the Championship. So
it was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. Yeah. Even the Spurs fans were bantering us.
No more red, and we went out looking quite white, and it wasn't good.
Yeah, we weren't all white. So, anyways, yeah. So obviously, we don't really want another defeat like that again. So if we manage to keep up the momentum that we've had in the Premier League, then you know, we can use that against Oxford. Obviously, I feel like we're going to play a B team. So
yeah, I think he'll change it, but I don't think he'll change it too much, considering that we only drew against Newcastle.
Yeah, obviously Eddie will start and stuff like that. So yeah, I think, you know, we'll play a lower side, but the thing is that team isn't as like in the momentum as our current team is. Like, that team isn't, the B team isn't as.
That's my only worry.
In the winning ways as the A team is. So obviously, yeah, if we play a B team, you know, I'm sure we possibly could concede, but you know, we'll have to see what happens and just look at the game and see what happens. Really, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Matt Turner will definitely hopefully get some game time. Yeah. I have to see Mohamed El sideways again and backwards.
Yeah.
I'm not looking too forward to that. Defensively, we can't really do too much with it. We don't really have a left-sided defender, so I believe Gabriel will actually play. But Holding will probably play as well. I don't think Cedric will take part, considering that he's going to be moving to Fulham, getting another one of our players. But I just want to win the FA Cup. I want a trophy. I want trophies this season. It'd be great to do a double. FA Cup and Europa League, that would be great, or even a Premier League in there as well if we can keep going with it. But I don't want a weak side because we've obviously got Tottenham on Sunday. This is a Monday game, so we're playing on Monday, right? So if we go strong-ish, like obviously change it around, but then obviously include players like Marquinhos, but also have Gabriel Martinelli when obviously Nelson's out, so we ain't got that many on the left-hand flank as well. This is where we haven't got a massive squad. So it is going to be difficult to rotate so much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but I think Vieira will get a game. I think possibly El Neni will definitely get a game. Holding, Marquinhos should. Turner, if he's not in there.
I think Odegaard will probably start though over Vieira.
Yeah, I'd like Odegaard to.
This is the type of game that Odegaard sort of plays in. To be honest,
yeah,
with you.
He gets it by the scruff of his neck, and I think this is what we want to sort of put down. Like when we're playing in these FA Cups, if we face like say that this was obviously Chelsea's got Manchester City, so say that we were facing a Manchester City, we'd be playing a full strength squad no matter what. You know, no matter how early in the competition. But I just feel like if we take Oxford too lightly, they'll get at us, and then fucking Spurs will be bantering us again. I don't want that, man.
Yeah, bear in mind Oxford are like League 1 or League 2, so
yeah, they're in the bottoms. So
yeah, that would be bad, you know, if we can win against them. But
and then we're going into Shite Hart Lane game with an L. You know, it just wouldn't. We need to win this because I don't want no replay. I want to win. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I want a forward straight victory.
Yeah, definitely need to win it. You know, it's 100%. So if we don't win this game, then Arsenal fans they're really going to start doubting how we actually do this season. To be honest, because obviously we're top of the league in the Premier League. You know, we're doing well in our Europa League campaign. Carabao Cup we've got knocked out of. So, you know, if we have a repeat of the Carabao Cup, you know, obviously Oxford isn't as, you know, big as Brighton are, to be fair, because Brighton are a good side, and especially against our B team, you know, they outplayed us, to be honest with you, Brighton.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Game.
They definitely did.
Yeah, man, we just got to hope.
Expecting their fans, Oxford fans, to be really up for it. You know,
they usually do have quite a good crowd, Oxford. So, you know, if we get a win, I'd certainly be happy about it. But you know, it's expected that we win, to be honest.
Definitely, I'd just be like, you know what? There we go, a win. That's what I want. That's all I want. Start off the week good and finish it with slapping Tottenham at their own ground.
Right now, I'm saying that we've won the game against Oxford.
That'd be perfect. If we can win this, go into the North London derby feeling confident as we have been. I know that draw probably knocked a few fans back, but trust me, we're still in this. Trust me.
Yeah, that draw against Newcastle, obviously, you know, we are going to discuss the other games as well that we missed. So obviously, I don't think we'll get into the Brighton one because that was a bit.
We won 4-2. It was a great game. We basically said that they were our bogey team, which they were. We've done that now, so we've come over that. So now, yeah, you know what I mean? Newcastle is probably going to be our bogey team now. So.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Newcastle, they're a strong side. That, you know, to be honest with you, I didn't really think that we'd win that game, to be honest with you.
To be honest, I thought that the referee was obviously a bit of a knob, but we can't really go too far into that because there was chances where they could have scored, like the one before the half finished, like Jolenton, I think it was, who was literally in the position where he just headed it and he was just wide or just over. Or
he was very good in that game, to be honest.
That should have been a goal. But what I didn't like from Newcastle, they come for the point. They come to sit back, defend, and try and break us.
Yeah,
you know
obviously they don't care if they get a point.
Honestly, every single challenge that they were doing was literally hard on our players. The referee was useless, like most Premier League refs are, and that was his first game. That Madley, I think it was Madley who refed our one. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Andy Madley, I think.
Him. So he refed our game. First time coming to the Emirates and refereeing a game, bro. I hope that's his last, because he does not deserve to be in this Premier League refereeing. I'm not even joking, bro. Like, fair enough, it was 0-0, cool, but the refereeing in that game for both Arsenal and Newcastle, looking at it from a neutral. Obviously, I'm not a neutral, but looking at it from a neutral perspective. Both Arsenal and both Newcastle players got yellow cards that should never have been a yellow in the
Oh
first.
yeah, he was way too harsh.
You know, he was so quick with his cards. It's like he come out. I said it on Wenger's house fan cam. I said, look, this is what the referee. It's like he come up and he literally said, "I'm going to the Emirates. I'm going to be the face of it. I'm going to be the man." We should have got a penalty at the end. If we score that, who knows? But I'm not joking. We should have got one. We should have had a chance to win the game. You know?
Yeah, obviously that penalty decision at the end of the game, for me, it was a little bit,
Even the Newcastle legend, Ferdinand, I think his name is. What's his name? Lee Sank or Les Sank, isn't it? And he was even saying, like a former Newcastle man here was literally saying that Arsenal should have had the penalty. Newcastle were very lucky. And you see Joe Willock, like, big up yourself, Joe. You're a great guy, Arsenal Academy, hell end, brother. Big up yourself. But bloody hell, coming back to the Emirates and literally falling over every time a little nudge come onto you, holding your flipping eye. Ridiculous, man. I hope they don't get Champions League. Honestly, they're a mess, bro. If they're going to do that against teams like us and all that, then cool. If you're going to sit back, defend, cool.
Can't draw in the Champions League.
But come on, man. You're literally going to play like this. Like, come on. Eddie Howe needs to get a grip.
You might be able to get a draw in the Premier League, but in the Champions League, you cannot get a draw.
Champions League, they're going to get roughed up.
It's win or lose. It's win or lose, you know.
Literally.
For me, I think if they've got Champions League football, then I don't think they'll make the group stage, to be honest with you.
I reckon it will turn around. I think they'll buy a load of players in. But, yet again, I think Newcastle were playing like that because they know that if they play not toe to toe, but if they play just defensive without the recklessness and trying to barge.
Oh yeah, and with the best team in Europe at the moment,
they won't get anything against us if they just play defensive. That's why you see these teams playing against Arsenal dirty. You see it, and the referees need to get on this because they're going down flipping easy, and we're getting yellow cards. I thought Xhaka was going to lose his head. I thought 2021 Xhaka was back. I thought Unai Emery Xhaka was back even. You know what I mean?
All the players did eventually start to get a bit hot-headed.
It was literally even Arteta was out of his tactical area.
He went absolutely mental at the end.
The referee system is terrible in this league. Absolutely terrible. I thought we were going to get a break when the World Cup come around. I thought the World Cup referees would be better, but they were just as bad. I think the whole bloody FIFA need to look at all their referees, including the Premier League, including the World Cup when that happens again. Everything needs to be changed because these refs are absolutely disgraceful. They're either against someone or really harsh. And this ref, Andy Medley, whatever the flip his name is, I hope he never ever refs a game at the Emirates again. You know, it's mad. Yeah, exactly. It's mad that he even got that. Like, in the end, we drew. I'll take the point because in other circumstances, we could have been 1-0 down if Newcastle get that goal before half time. You know, so we could have been 1-0 down, and that could have been our chance to get back in the game. So I'll happily take the point after watching it, but I was fully expecting us to get the win. You know what I mean? And that's where Edu and Mikel now need to go to the transfer market. They need to go to the board and go, look, this is the proof that we need more creativity. Like, we need players coming off the bench who can provide that. You know, I want Mudryk to come to Arsenal. I don't want him to go to Chelsea. If he wants to go to Chelsea and finish 8th, 10th, whatever, cool. Be my guest, lads. Off you go. But if you want to come win silverware with Arsenal, come try and push us to a league title, yeah? He's the hottest player around. Young, hot prospect, yeah? And he can be the difference. And some other players as well. We need at least 3 signings or at least 2 to be competitive in the Premier League, bro.
Yeah, exactly, man. So, you know, Mudryk, you know, if we want to win the Premier League this season, as you said, we're going to have to start with, like, signing new players, obviously.
Legit, if Mikel on the board and are happy with 4th, like being in the top 4, cool. That's that squad, right? If we get some injuries, then it's going to be worrying. But if he actually wants to compete for the Premier League and be competitors, I'm not saying we're going to win it, but be competitive more to gallop on City to make them go, wow, Arsenal are actually being serious, to make other teams look at us. You know, then they need to spend this cash. Honestly, even if it don't mean that we won't buy hardly anyone in the summer, this is the most important window that Mikel Arteta has now.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Mudryk, one of our key contenders at the moment. Obviously, if you look at my Instagram posts, I update a lot on that. So, obviously, we've seen that the rumours of Modric being in London and stuff like that. Being in a London hotel. Arsenal fans doing Arsenal things. Investigations,
Tracking him
detective
down,
stuff.
bro.
Exactly.
I remember when
Isaac
Alexis
and stuff like
Sanchez.
that. Yeah.
I remember when Alexis Sanchez signed from Barcelona, and a few Arsenal fans. This was when I actually had Twitter. A few Arsenal fans started like tracking down his flights, and all of a sudden my Twitter was literally popping with notifications on Arsenal fans, just letting everyone know where he is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
Mate. Exactly.
The Arsenal fan base is a different breed, man.
Jesus as well, we had that as well. Alexander
man,
Isak,
Jesus.
when he was rumoured to join us, he was in London outside the Emirates. Picture taken of his car with his number plate. So, the detective work is coming up, right? And it's all leading up together, And also Modric has made it aware that he wants to leave and that he wants to come join us. So
yeah, I know that Chelsea are trying to get their noses on it. Obviously, their owners chucking money everywhere at the moment. But if like I said, if the player actually knows what's good for his career and not money wise, because he'll go there.
Yeah, that's what I said to Hanno.
Then he'll get 300 bags a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I said to Hanno.
If he comes to Arsenal, it'll be a lot less. But if he wants to get that fan respect and he wants to become a legend to the club, he's only 21. He can make this. You know what I mean? And we'll give him a bumper contract.
Yeah, exactly. Go on, bro.
Yeah, it's like it's more like if we sign him, then if he signs for Arsenal, then he's guaranteed Champions League football next season. If he signs for Chelsea, then he's not. That's the insight of it. That's just me being real in saying that we are doing better than Chelsea. Even Chelsea fans know this. I've never seen Hanno like this, so quiet, man. I've never ever seen him so quiet.
I said to him, Modric would rather probably take the better team, and
he should know at a young age. I hope that he's got people around him who want the best for his career. Because if they do, then come to Arsenal, man. We've got money.
To be fair, Chelsea aren't even going to offer as much more than what we are. To be honest with you, Chelsea will offer about 5 million extra. That's about it. To be honest,
exactly. They'll offer the P's because they know if he sees Arteta's project, he will bind into it. He's been watching our games, bro. He's literally been
wants the move. He's even said, Zinchenko said, "You better come to us, otherwise I'll be angry."
Yeah, Zinchenko will, man. Zinchenko will be in his ear going, "Come to Arsenal, bro. Have you seen the game at the weekend? Did you see that? Yeah, all right, we're winning still, bro. Come. Come give us this. He can provide that competition for Saka and Martinelli, which I want to see. I want to see competition in the team, and he can provide that, man. And then I want a striker. I want another striker. I don't feel confident with Eddie that much. I know he scored a couple in his last couple of games, but we still need something, man. We still need something.
Yeah, obviously, we look at Modric, we look at Sergej Milinkovic-Savic and stuff like that, and you think, oh God, we really want these players, but then, Edu, we say, oh yeah, he's done bad business and stuff like that, but he does what's best for the club, he does what's best for the team, and if he doesn't think it's a good signing and the fans do, then that's just it. It's something that the fans will have to accept.
It's just it. Like I said, I also said this on Wenger's House as well. I'll put the interview obviously on my Instagram later on tonight. But I did say this as well. I said the thing is we've got to put our trust now into Mikel and the board and Edu. Even though I'm cronky out always, but if he starts to put in the money and he starts to actually want it, and his son, obviously Josh, who's probably maintaining the club more than him at the moment, wants to win stuff as the owners at Arsenal and don't want to be a bum owner and they want to spend the money in that, then I'll be very happy. I'm 95% that I trust the process. I've always got that 5%. I'm a gooner. I'll always have that little bit where, is it going to come crashing down? That's in the back of my head, right? But 95%, I'm like, you know what? I trust my manager, Mikel Arteta, Red and White Army. We've got Super Mikel Arteta. I just can't finish the song yet until the season's over.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to see us crumble, because we all weren't expecting top 4 last season until we were in it at one stage and we crumbled. And I don't want to see that again, because Arsenal fan base stayed level-headed, most of us, and carried on. And this season's been okay. You know what I mean? We're not even halfway through the bloody season.
Yeah, for me, if we don't win a trophy this season, then Arteta, we've really got to start doubting him, to be honest with you, because it's been here like 3 years now, and
Yeah, 3 years
but
now.
we've won one FA Cup, which is pretty solid, but it's not enough. As a manager, you should be aiming for trophies at a high club like Arsenal. And if you're not winning the trophies, and the squad you've got is league title material, if you ask me, to be honest.
Exactly. We've
Odegaard from Real Madrid, big club Real Madrid is. We've got some big players. Saka as well.
I want to be in Milan. I want to be
He's one
playing
of
the
the-
Champions League, bro.
One
in
of the
Milan,
highest
Madrid.
latest.
I want to be watching these games on a Wednesday night or a Tuesday night. I don't want to be having to skip football training for bloody Arsenal on a Thursday night when we're playing flipping some Norwegian side. No discredit to Norwegian sides, but you know what I mean. I want to go to Barcelona and play.
Yeah, we want to see something good. We want to see quality football.
I want to just see the quality. I don't want to hear that. It's doing my bloody head in, bro. I've heard it for the last 4 years or something that we ain't been.
Yeah, and we weren't even in it last year and the year before.
We weren't even in it last year, and it was the best. I loved it because I didn't hear it. This year, I'm getting used to it, and I don't like getting used to it. I don't.
Last season, you'd think we had done better, because we was only in the Premier League.
Exactly. It's like we didn't win the FA Cup because we got battered against Nottingham Forest. Let's face it, we did. They were all over us in that game. We didn't take that seriously after winning it the year before, and it weren't good enough. It was not good enough. If anyone's minds actually say it, he should have been sacked. Evening, Huddlefields Fan
Big
TV.
up, Ryan.
Evening to you as well.
Mate. How you doing? Obviously, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. Check out the channel. Follow us on Instagram as well. So, yeah. Newcastle was a good game. I think we played well, but Newcastle are a tough side to beat.
We started the game so well.
At St James's, you'd think that we would at least get a point out the game. 0-0 at St James's, but at the Emirates it should have been a win, to be honest with you. But if the referee was on our side throughout the game, then I'm sure we would have won it. But
not even just the referee being on our side. If the referee was actually just balanced and he weren't,
in general,
he weren't being such a shit. Like honestly, even some Newcastle fans will be like, you know what, he was a prick for you and he was a prick for us. Like that's it. Even some Newcastle fans are saying that we should have got a penalty.
Especially Gabriel, when he got pulled down.
Yeah, that was the penalty. Like that should have been a penalty. Pulling
the last one
around,
50-50 with.
Like, bloody hell, bro.
Yeah, the last
I've seen
one
better refereeing in Sunday League, man.
Yeah, honestly, mate, it's poor refereeing, as you said, this season. We've seen it in most of our games, but some of them have been all right. Most of us, so
some of them has actually been all right. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, we just got to wait and see how we do against Oxford and decide how we do in the North London derby. So,
yeah, man, North London derby is going to be good. Bro, we have to go back to Shite Hart Lane again.
Yeah, obviously, mate.
That will be tough.
Yeah, Tottenham game. Obviously, we'll do a preview for that at some point with Deji. So,
yeah, we have got man like Deji, the Arsenal slayer, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to come on and try and slay myself and Flair if he can.
The stand of the refereeing England across the board is awful. Yeah. Obviously, we in all competitions, for English competitions, it's been atrocious. Even in the Champions League, they've been quite poor. So
yeah, Champions League, World Cup, as I was saying earlier.
I think they should just sack all the referees they got now and recruit some new ones.
They should really. They should.
Every single year, we should get new refs.
There should be new refs because this is just getting out of control.
Every single season, get new referees in.
The FA don't want to do nothing about it in English leagues anyway, because they're tight. And I've said it and I'll say it again: corrupt. Corruption does go on in the FA. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. So obviously Oxford. We'll have to win that. So what else is there to talk about? I think you should look at. I think if you look at the officials abroad, they seem to be so much better. Yeah, we look at France and stuff like that, League One.
Even just going as far as saying Scotland referees. I was watching the Rangers versus Celtic, so Glaswegian derby, and even their referees are decent. You know, they've got now VAR in there as well. They seem okay. You know, what's wrong with ours?
Yeah, no, mate.
Actually, no. Correction. They did actually make a little mistake because Celtic should have never got their goal at the end. I think it was that anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, we'll have sort of things like that. You know, in the Premier League, it's constant though.
It's non-stop. It's non-stop. The
These
only thing I
mistakes,
saw in that game was one of their
half
players.
the time they don't even check it. He doesn't go up to the screen and he doesn't say. They wait until these little people in the microphone talk to him and say no.
I'm sure Deji is in there sometimes for Arsenal. I'm sure he's in VAR.
Yeah, we'll probably be on ITV or something.
Honestly,
right?
I'm gonna ask him that when he comes on, bro, Wednesday. I'm gonna ask him, does he actually work behind like the VAR against the Arsenal games? Like, honestly,
mate, it's really bad now. Yeah, so obviously, yeah, we did quite well against Newcastle. We should have got 3 points, if I'm honest with you.
The first 10 minutes, I think it was, we were just on them.
Oxford are 14th in League One, but as we know, anything can be possible in the FA Cup. Yeah, you know, we saw it of last season with
of course. Nottingham Forest slapped us. Everything's impossible in the magic of the FA Cup. This is why I love the FA Cup. You know, everything's possible. Like this is the thing where I don't want to take them lightly, and I do not want to take any team in this competition lightly because the magical of the FA Cup, bro. FA Cup is special, and you can't take anyone lightly because a League 1 or 2 side who are 14 can think, you know what, this is the way to earn some money for the club because every round you get P's. And even if it's a small amount, that's still big for these small clubs. You know what I mean? That can take them far. So we have to take this game seriously. I do not want to repeat, especially now. Like we're on a move, like we're on a roll. Let's keep it. Let's go for every single trophy now we're in, including the Premier. So Premier League, Europa League, FA Cup, 3 trophies that we're in. Let's go for them. You know?
Yeah, exactly, mate. Obviously, I'm gonna look at predicted lineups as we do every single stream. I'm just gonna have a look, but see if I can find one that we can have a look at just quickly. Oh, yeah, got one. Yeah, so obviously Smith Rowe's back. Back from injury, so we forgot about that, really, haven't we? Yeah. Here we go. I think it's this one. Yeah. So obviously they've gone for Nketiah up front. Do you agree?
Yeah. Eddie, obviously we don't.
Marquinhos right wing. Smith Rowe on the left. You know, it would be good to see him start again.
Would be great.
Great. Yeah. Personally, I don't think he'll start. Obviously, coming back from injury, but this is sort
depends
of
depends how he does in training.
I think Arteta's been waiting for this match. You know, to just start him. I think
he will start.
Yeah,
you know.
Arteta's been waiting for this game.
It depends on what's going on in training. If he's doing everything, like he's back in fitness now, like
he should have been. He should have been on the bench last game, but he wasn't.
Yeah, but that was such a physical game. I think Arteta knew that game.
Yeah, that's why he's been waiting for this one. I think to give him a go, see how he does. You know, Marquinhos on the right. I agree with that. You know, Saka starting him.
I still think we need to give Marquinhos a loan this January. I think we need to send him to a lower club.
He's been in the academy really, to be honest.
I think he needs to come out of the academy of Arsenal and just go to a loan club, maybe like
even if he goes back to Brazil. To be honest with you,
see, I wouldn't send him abroad. I'd just send him maybe somewhere in the English Premier League, like not Premier League, but like maybe lower levels, like maybe like Ryan. Huddersfield Town, do they need a Marquinhos for the end of the season on loan?
I think it'll be too good for them.
But honestly, he just needs that game time somewhere. Like instead of playing academy football, he needs to be in that league. You know what I mean? He needs to be competitive.
Tommy Yasu's been in the academy sometimes. You know, I think they're in the academy now.
Yeah, coming back from injury, he will be.
Yeah, Vieira centre midfield. Yeah, you know, I agree with that. I probably would have went with a 4-3-3, but
I think we'll probably still go with a 4-3-3. You know.
Yeah, you know, this is defensive 4-3-3, so obviously Elneny starts as the defensive midfield. So he'll obviously start Elneny. You know, his last season at the club, his contract's running out next January.
Not sideways.
Next summer window. So Lokonga, needs more game time, but for
I
me,
need him gone, man. I don't
I
like
want
him.
him gone. I want him
Yeah,
gone.
I want him gone as well, bro. I don't think that he's the one.
He's just not good enough, to be honest with you.
Tillemans. I want Tillemans in there.
Yeah,
I think
exactly,
he can make
mate.
more competition for Xhaka and Barty.
To be fair, I think Tielemans would probably start if he was to join us. He's a good player now in the Prem, so I'm not sure, but whether if he'll replace Partey and we sell Partey, it's beyond me. But we'll just have to see. To be honest, that would be brave of Mikel Arteta if he sells Partey, because obviously he's like the knight of the squad, isn't he?
Oh,
So
mate, I don't think he will. I think it'll be like more rotation, proper rotation. I think Tillemans knows where he's at Leicester. He will start every single game, but maybe at an Arsenal will come off like on the bench or something. You know what I mean?
yeah, 100%. Obviously Tierney, Gabriel, Holding, Tomiyasu. Holding, yeah, but that's a good start. Holding needs
Gabriel.
more game time, man. Holding's good. I don't get why he's so underestimated.
Holding's solid, man.
Exactly.
I like that we've got like a man.
He's too vicious though, for me.
Yeah,
He
I
gets a
like
bit
him
too
that we've got a
violent.
man who can come in. I still don't forgive him for the sending off against Tottenham last season. But
Yeah, obviously Turner in goal. Tierney left back. Yeah, Zinchenko started the last two games, so it sort of fits into that rotational contract, as I said before, a few streams ago. So yeah, I agree with this starting 11. Is there any changes you'd make?
No. Kieran Tierney's fantastic baller, absolute brilliant baller. I want to see him in more Premier League games as well as Zinchenko. I want the rotation between them two to be constant. Whoever's playing the better, and Zinchenko's done really well against Newcastle.
Ryan said Marquinhos come to Huddersfield.
Yeah, I'd
have
send him to use. I'd say we would. Yeah, I would actually send him there just so he can get game time, man. We need him to. You know what I mean? But Kieran Tierney, I want to see him more rotation in when he comes on substitute bench and that, because he does make an impact. So hopefully against Oxford, he'll be up that left hand side.
Less of too good for Huddersfield, Flair. I mean, they're probably a loan deal. I was thinking more of the Premier League, to be honest with you. Not that your team isn't good, but
I don't actually think he would get into a Premier League side at the moment.
I think Fulham or something like that would take him, to be honest. But look at ESR. When he came to us briefly, he was too good for us, but he really pushed on after that initially when he returned back to Arsenal. Yeah, he's a solid player. It requires to go on a loan, really, to be honest with you. So yeah, you're right, you're right, mate.
I would send it. Like Ryan said, actually, we have sent players there before and they've done really well. So
yeah, but
it would be nice.
To be fair, I could agree now, to be honest. But yeah, so we agree with that, and I've got to go now, and
yeah, man.
Obviously, we've not really had much to discuss, to be honest with you. It's an FA Cup game. If it was Premier League, we'd probably have longer, but
obviously, I did mention it in the middle because I didn't want everyone to wait until this is over to skip to the end and find out. But Deji is coming on Wednesday 9 p.m. Okay, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Deji versus us, man. We are going in. It's going to be the so-called Arsenal Slayer coming up against MK the Don and AFC Flair. That's if he still wants to smoke. So thank you guys all for watching. Like, subscribe. Man, Flair, shout your Instagram. I'm gonna do you first, bro.
All right then. Yep, AFC.Flair on Instagram, as you well know. Yeah, obviously subscribe to this channel. We've got big things coming, especially with Deji and stuff like that coming on the stream. So that'll be a big watch if you want to come and tune in. So yeah, man. Obviously, looking forward to the Oxford these Arsenal games. So and the North London derby, which will be on your screens We'll be on your screens. As I said with Deji. So yeah, big up everyone for tuning in. And we'll go now to you, Mal Mason.
Yeah, man. Just obviously follow my Instagram, MK the Don 14, and just make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, AFC Talk Show TV. Follow that as well. Like, subscribe, and make sure you guys tune in on Wednesday 9 p.m. We're going to schedule that very soon, so make sure you tune in.
Yeah, it should be up tomorrow.
Deji is making his first appearance on AFC Talk Show TV, and hopefully he'll come on with all his vibes of winning the Champions League and winning the Premier League, because that would be amazing.
Yeah, exactly, mate. So
big
up everyone. Yeah, obviously, big up everyone who joined. I don't know how to unpin myself. How do I go? Yeah, obviously, big up to everyone who joined. Looking forward to the game. So, yeah, we're out.
Yep. See you in a bit, people.
Big
Deji.
up,